Hola, buenos dias, greetings, hello, good morning. It's your unified higher self, Octic 7, calling out. I just like to see how everybody's doing, you know? I keep putting up these videos up and hopefully you guys get a better transition through its transformation and what's going through its manifestation. It's so important that you guys are connecting on so many different levels of vibration. Vibration is the most important thing through a space continuum, like I told you, which is 5D, the 5 elements. Now, today I'm going to tell you about the 5 elements and what they mean and what they represent. Those 5 elements are through space continuum, but it's through another galaxy, through it's another parallel, through another dimension. It's all based on its communication line, which is the Infinity 8, which is a communication line. See what I'm doing? It's just communicating back and forth, right? So it looks like it's just going round and round and round, but it's not. It's going through the whole solar system. That's why it does this, right? And then it goes like this, and then like this, and then like that. Okay, so it's creating its center through the flower of love. That's where Father and Mother Guide came in. That's where I come in through my Godhead, my God consciousness, my 12 awarenesses through its focus of its rays, the 12 galactic rays. Okay, has its continuous force, so I'm using that through its atmospheres right now, and it's just the conscious level. So today we're going to talk about conscious and what it means through the subconscious, through the significance of its conscious. So I'd like to thank all the subscribers, you know, and all the viewers in the Higher Self channel for love and support. You guys are incredible. What's going on right now? Use the force. Yay. So, welcome to my channel. So today is more of a retrospect day, the Matrix and its line formations. So we're going to talk about its conscious level and how we go through that vibration. So when we reach that vibration and we're through the matrix, you're going to see the electric grids. Now I keep on telling you where you have your force fields, your energy fields, through your energy cycles. It's all systematical through the divine self, definitive self. Okay, so you get full collaboration, relationship, and partnership with its matrix, where you're using your telegraphing waves, mind telepathy, eye perception, the mind conception itself, where something's coming at you, right? And do you want to communicate with it? So if you communicate with it, it's going to go into another dimension. So you want to follow it. So basically when you follow it, you're going to see the grids, the matrix grids. And it doesn't mean it's going to be all green. It can be all different colors. It's your eye perception, what it wants to see. It's your telegraphing waves through your meditation. Whatever chakra formation you use, you go through that matrix. Every chakra symbol is representing something different through another dimension. So each chakra formation has its own vibration. So that's what I mean by understanding, you know, your research of what are chakra formations and their colorations. Now the colorations are itself, they're not all just one color, they're more than one color. It's crystallizing, okay? It's all based on alkaline, its water's continuum, everything is collaborated through its mountains, its volcanic rock, and it's something that you can't touch. It's something you can only feel, okay? Because it's synchronizing through its dream awakening. Because when you awake, those chakra formations come into you and they light up your body. It's like a lamp, you know? Click, turn it on, you turn it off. That's what it is. But it's very important to always meditate with the lights on. If you try meditating with the lights off, it can be done, but you're not going to get any answers. You're not going to get any communication through intelligence. So basically it's just a blah, 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 blah. And you know, you got to be careful in that, because your voice signals could go to a different vibration, to its wrong vibration, through its wrong intelligence and its plantation. So it's very important to understand its location grids and how far you have to go through a galaxy. Now it's all based on vortexing. It's all based on time jump, time leap, quantum jump, quantum shift, polar shift, energetic magnesium shift. All these things have a connection through its force. So the magnesium, it's more of a silicone base, but it's electric through its electric fields, and it has its optic lens where you can actually see it through the matrix with your eye perception. So that's pretty powerful too, because everything is a magnetic field through its energy field. And you understand the concept of that through the magnetics. You understand its chemistry, you understand its geometrics, its DNA structures, the string theory, the dynamics, the line formations, how the matrix, how they keep their lines, how it all comes together. Because we're all line continuing through space continuum, through time continuum. There's also a quadrum continuum. Now the quadrum continuum are basically understanding its moon surface. And moon surface is basically going through one atmosphere to another. So that's what I mean by quantum. It's kind of like time's continuum. So you're going extremely fast, and the higher you go, you're splitting the rotation of its solar system. But you got to make sure that you go at that right speed, because that's the speed that solar system is going. There's more than one solar system, because I resonate on 9 different solar systems in 3,000 dimensions. So I'll talk to you a little bit more about that and what dimensions are. It's all based on vibration through the 5D. And once you understand those 5 elements that I'm telling you now, you understand each element has its own vibration. So it's a frequency that goes higher and higher and higher and higher. So you got to understand your body capacitor, you have to understand your ecosystem, and you have to understand what vibration you're on. Everybody's on a different vibration. Some are still 3-dimensionals. Some are even 4th. Some may even be 5th. But nobody's 6th or 7th, because they don't understand their system. That's extremely high intelligence. And I can tell you that in a later date, because I'm on the collective wheel, and the collective wheel is through its extreme radiation lights, through its mastering lights, through its streaming lights, and its Godhead, continuous lights. God rays of consciousness. And don't forget about the golden eye, the third eye, the transmission eye, the Gunalini. That is so powerful. Once you connect with that, you can use it just by thought alone. And that thought will transmit through this device. There's a question that's been asked to me about, wow, I almost not passed out, but I went through another lucid dream. And I said, well, it's not a lucid dream, it's a dream awakening. There's a difference between lucid dream and dream awakening. Dream awakening is the real thing. A lucid dream is something that you're not awake, but you're dreaming, okay? So everybody bases their dreams on past, present, and future. You're not sure exactly what they mean and what they represent. But once you understand its dream through its sequence, then you understand your vibration once you awake. Because you automatically go on a vibration. Now, you may be dense alloy as a 3-dimension, but that continuous force will keep its vibration at a certain balance. So when you understand its balance and you understand its energy, then you understand the frequency levels. Because all you got to do is turn up that knob, and it's just... It's all about keeping your balance with your frequencies, understanding your communication, understanding your intelligence, your higher intelligence through its plantation, through its location grids. You can communicate to trees, you can communicate to birds. Everything that I absorb, I don't touch first. I feel its energy, and if it's safe, because everything has kinetic energy, which is bad energy, right? And everything has good energy. So you have to understand your energy systems through your energy cycles, through your body capacitors and your ecosystems. Okay, so you can read things. You know, I can touch a wall and understand, okay, I understand its vibration. It's lower, medium, or high. Electronics, low, medium, or high. A car, how much gas is left. You know, I think I mentioned that too when I telegraphed through vortexing through the 3-dimension. I was telling you about, if you touch the car becomes yours because you're communicating. The energy goes through you, and once you communicate it, it's now yours. That's communication. That's what I'm talking about. Like I said, everybody's on a different vibration, and you can read that vibration through other languages, and you really, really get to understand people more. You become clairvoyant, clairaudience, clairsensitine. There's all different kinds of, you can go way beyond 3-dimension, 5th dimension. I'm on a 25, 30 dimensional consciousness right now. 30 dimensional. I started off at, I went exactly right to 5 because of its system, because I was understanding the research of everything that has to go with its energy and understanding its intelligence through its vibration. So I'm on 30 dimensions right now. Okay, I resonate on 3,000 planets through its solar system, through its dimensions, and those dimensions are galaxies through paradigms, and the paradigm is a self-shifting through. So basically, okay, this is basically, everything has its line formation. So when you see the matrix, every matrix level is a dimension of a higher vibration. Okay, so your body has to reach that that continuous energy that's going through you. It has to understand its system. It has to understand its harmonics. And once you get on harmonics, you can communicate with any intelligence. So that's what I mean by conscious. You have to be conscious on your vibrations and try to keep your balance at all times. Now, I know it's going to be hard for some people because either they're meditating or they're not meditating. If you forget meditating, that's fine, but as long as you make up for it. But it's extremely important, because I meditate like 6 or 7 times a day. I have to, because there's so much intelligence now, not only because I'm the higher self inside my body, and I have a higher self in Space Continuum that's doing all the work through its dream sequence. Because like I said, it was before, space is very real. So anything I telegraph through the thought patterns, through the voicing grids, it goes up in the Space Continuum. So I'm explaining this a little bit more. It's not a dream. When it goes into Space Continuum, it's through the mind. It's opening the mind. And everything that you see in space is actually happening. That's what I'm talking about. How I went on Google yesterday and I saw this solar mechanism through its sun, and it had this gravitation of a hole that was coming from this Earth's gravity through its center. And I said, okay, but that's just the galactic sun rebirthing. You know, that because it has to go into the 5th dimension and reach that vibration. Because, believe it or not, the galactic solar sun planet is the highest accumulation of vibration. The galactic sun has communication with all solar systems, which is way too many. It's the infinity line that goes down, it's the figure 8. That's why it's a figure 8. You think it's a question, you'll say, okay, it's non-existent. What is the galaxy between one and to the other? How does it end? Where does it end? And it doesn't end. It just keeps going and going and going. It's just that infinity is just a communication line, because it's all on different intelligence. So each line formations, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's about 12 communication lines just in one center. And that one center alone is connecting to so much intelligence through the solar systems. That's where the kinetic waves come from. That's where the connection comes from. Through all intelligence and its plantation. Once you reach that high frequency of frequencies, it's incredible to have that harmonics. Now, like I said, I'm on the collective wheel, which has gone way past solar. And it's gone past sonic too. Sonic waves have gone past that. So, but I've received the collective, like I said before. So that collective energy that is through the collective. I say collective twice because I'm the kind of like the procreator of collective, and there's Father, Mother, Gaia. So I'm assisting them on their journey on what they need to do so they can plot it to the fifth dimension. So basically, procreator of space continuum through alignments and planets and solar systems, through its galaxies, through its dimensions, through its times continuum, through its times parallels, its space parallels. Now, space parallels are pretty incredible. Think of your stars when you look up at the sky. How far is one from the other? They are so far, they look close, but when you're in space continuum and you're in a dimension of 30, you actually see its line formation and actually see how it was made. Remember I was telling you how you take all the infinities, you turn it into a flower of love, you center the point, you recorrect its energy flow through its continuous force, you uprise the planet, you create its atmosphere and use the energy field through the force field. That's how planets are made. Now, I think I said that in my last video. So I'm just giving you a little bit more information about that because right now we're going through the solar energies. And now what you're seeing is a vibration. You're going to see me going on the video channel through its video transmission. So you're going to see that amazing glow, but you're going to see me going like that. So be aware of that. But back to the question, which was pretty fascinating. About the lucid dream and stuff like that, and through its dream sequence, that person was going through something that was never done. I gave the person a way out so they could see their journey and understand what's going on through their vibration and their frequency. I gave that person something that they wanted, that they needed. So like I said, they saw the golden gates, but in a different way. So that person was really happy, you know, and that's what I want to do, is I want to bring you to that channel of its vibration so you can understand what it's like to be on harmonics. That's why it's just an observation journey only, so you can see it. You see the matrix, you see its coloration, you see its lights, its orbs, its portals. You see everything, and then you get full connection through relationship, partnership of everything through its energies. Because all energies are based through space continuum and its intelligence. So let's see. There's questions about, you know, there's light formations that are having trouble understanding how they're getting into a way of surfacing through their they're not balancing their frequencies and they're breaking their control. So what you have to do is refocus and be self-aware of what you're doing. If you meditate and you're not sure why you're meditating, and it goes into space continuum, and it comes back down to you, and you're not sure what intelligence you're dealing with, you have to restructure that through its DNA structure. Take those calibrations, all those frequencies, and get it out of your system. If it stays in your system, it becomes bad energy. Okay, because you don't know what intelligence you're dealing with. That's another thing too about a lot of people. They don't understand their vibration, because all intelligence is vibration. So those vibrations that go into you, and you do your collective thoughts, you do your thought process through your communication lines, and they go the opposite way. I think I said that too in my last video, but I always like to do reviews. Reviews are the greatest thing through its video, because people get a better idea of what's involved with themselves. definitive self, the higher self. And like I said before, if you need the higher self, it's there. It's there. And once you're more connected with the higher self, with friendship, full collaboration with relationship and partnership, you can have your higher self in seconds. So basically, I can meditate without my eyes closed. Basically, my third eye is always open at all times now because I'm collecting through its atmospheres right now. And I have this tremendous force, and those energies are going through its solar. And those solar mechanisms are going through your bodies. And those bodies are showing you of what you need to do to find your frequency so you can get that balance. That's what the fifth dimension is. That's what the 5 elements are. It's a dimensional realm of continuous force through its gravitation and its circulation through its rotation. So, all the synchronizing souls, again, same with the light formations, really refocus and bring yourself together. Energize your body, use your chakra formations, cleanse that system through its body capacitors. It's so important. Because if you go through Space Continuum and its intelligence and you're not on their vibration, things will go awry. And that continuous force that you have will give you something of bad behavior, bad frustrations, not aware of anything. It will bring you back into the third dimension. You don't want to do that. You want to move forward. So it's very important that you refocus and meditate. Drink lots of water. Change your eating habits. So the synchronizing souls have the connection right now. There's a lot more meditation going around, and they're getting more connected with their higher selves. Definitive self, defined self, the sacred self, the holy self, the harmonious self, the love self, the unconditional of self. See what I'm talking about here? See what's going on? It's going do, 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 do. It's always going up. It's never staying here. You don't want to be here. You want to be here. That's where you want to be. That's where anybody wants to be. Nobody wants to fall apart. Falling apart is easy. Being negative is easy. Being positive takes control. Being positive takes focus. Being positive takes awareness. So use that through its circulation. Use your energy cycles. Understand your systematical systems. Now the hydraulic systems through the magnesium are going to be happening next. So what I mean by that is that you're going to be subsurfacing through Space Continuum. So you've got its atmosphere. People have already gone on their journeys. They know what it's like to actually go through its observation as a journey and nothing else, nothing more. So everything is through its kinetic and its galactic sun through its solar energies. So that magnesium is going to go into, through its energies. And those energies are going to feel like it's continuous force through its circulation, through its vibration. Okay? But it's going to go this way, and it's going to go this way. Okay? So that's what the energies are doing right now. So basically, that is happening because you have to get used to its solar systems. Remember I was telling you about the location grids and getting connection with its string theory? Understanding one planet to the other planet, where there's a block formation, and that block formation, you can't do anything because you have to go through its transmission signals, the cross signals, the audio signals, the communication lines. So that's what's going to happen now. So it's rotation this way, rotation that way. That's what you're going to feel inside your body. So it's going to kind of feel like direct and misdirect. You know, you're going to go this way and then you're going to go that way. So the energies are going to be going like this. So you're going to be off balance a little bit, okay? Because you're getting used to its solar systems, okay, through its atmosphere, through your energy fields and your energy cycles. And most importantly is to balance the frequencies of its vibration through its harmonics. So that's what everybody's going to feel now. Okay, so I'm using my thought process right now through the meditation, through the mind itself and its mind conception. I'm sending all those messages through this transmission device and giving everybody that location of its circulation one way and that way. So you get an understanding of what it's like to travel from one solar system to the next. And, you know, you get a better understanding of what you need to do through your meditation methods. And I can't be stricter enough to let you know about certain things about what the higher self. See, I live in the higher self through its gravitation and its new earth, as the higher self lives in space, like I said before, through its continuous force and its gravitational pull, and it's correcting its energy flow. So I'm working you up towards that. It's going to be a long process, but we'll get more into that. That's what I'm talking about when you get to the 6th and the 7th. It's just a higher vibration. That's all it is. You just keep going up the ladder, going up those steps. Oh, I can't go anymore. I feel kind of vague, you know. It's just push, 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 push. It's like athletes, you know, Olympic champions. They never give up. They have a comfort rise to get above things. And that's why they're successful. Everybody can be successful on their vibration. But it's so important that you understand the solar balance. Now I'm saying solar balance now is because you now are a galactic, energy-fied, systematical system through its energy cells of its magnesium, magnetic, force fields through its energy fields, body capacitors, and ecosystems. That's what we are right now. And we want to get to where we need to go. So I think that's pretty good. You know, I think we've come pretty far what's going on, you know, with the conscious and how to use the subconscious. The subconscious is in the back and the conscious, but the dream awakening, because I'm the higher self, I live in a conscious every day, but the subconscious is the conscious. So, like I said, it's like being reborn. Your DNA structures are basically through Space Continuum now. And it's not a dream, it's real. So everything that you see in space, all that news and all that memorabilia of everything that's going on through Space Continuum, that's atmosphere energy through its gravitation of past, and now we're coming into the present through its solar and its connection force through the galactic sun, where the sun, the galactic sun, solar sun, planet is rebirthing to the 5th dimension. Now the realms itself has its location grids, through its location grids, its string theory, its DNA structures, and those energies are through Space Continuum. They use those kinetic waves, through its energy waves, through the energy cycle waves. Oh, wow. It gets so complicated every time you go up on a higher vibration. Sometimes your mind just goes, you don't know what to do, right? That's why you got to refocus and use that continuous energy for the greater good. And focus on that through your awareness. And that reality will become its reality through Space Continuum. Because space is very real, very real. And like I said before, space is all spiritual. I'm giving you a lot more information now because I think everybody's getting the hang of what's going on right now. and what they need to do through their vibration and their frequency levels, through their harmonics. We could talk a little bit more about, you know, if you have any questions about space, space continuum, speed continuum, time continuum, quadrant continuum, I'm here to help you and guide you and let you know. Space itself, you think it's an open ground, but it's not. There's so much information that's going on right now through its vibration. And its energy flow is constantly so powerful. It's actually going so fast you can't see it. That's how powerful it is. And it's a streaming line through its DNA structures and its genetic waves. Now, the reproduction of the energy cells through the transformation lights are using the portals through the energy cycles to give to the systematical systems of the definitive self and the higher self. So we all can collaborate and come into one unity of self-preservation, self-knowledge, self-acceptance, self of who you are, self of who you want to become, self of everything around you and your energy. So, but space itself, the identification of everything is extremely real. And you just have to know that everything is going to be okay. And everybody is going to be reaching their vibration at their knowledge of seeking of what they want in real life. Now, the real life is a human vessel, but you're living its spiritual life. So very talkative today. But you know, every day is different. You know, the energies that go into you, and it's great to have people that are getting a better understanding of what's happening with their energies. And, you know, resonating with other people is great too. Getting knowledge from other people is great too. So, but I'm going to let you go. Hope this helps out. And anything you'd like to know, I'm here for you. This is your Unified Ascension Octave 7 from the solar systems. Calling it. Adios.